Hey y'all, please hit that like button as you guys come in. I'm going to switch on the timer just to give you guys some time to come in. Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. Hit that like button. We have a lot to talk about. So, let's start with Porsha exposes Shamea on Instagram. Okay, so Porsha was bringing the receipts, and I want us to talk about it. I will also say that we can talk a little bit about the reunion for those who have watched the reunion as well. But let's get into Porsha bringing the receipts. So I'm going to share my screen in a second. Give me 1 second. Hello, everyone. Hey, Lady Po. Hello. Hope you're good. Sorry, I'm just a little bit tardy for the party. um, let me share my screen. All right. Share my screen. Okay, so shout out to the Bravo Shade Room. I hope you guys can see my screen. Hello, everyone. Hit that like button so everyone knows we are live. All right, so let's start from this receipt here. Okay, so unseen receipts from reunion episode 2, slide 1, lie 1. Okay, now, first of all, Angela, if you're listening, this is how you bring a receipt. Just FYI, just in case. These are the kind of receipts we like. We like video footage, we like screenshots. So next time, please, if you're going to bring the receipts, bring it like this, please and thank you, okay? Lie 1. Queen Shamea Unwagi, first wedding, I'm by her side as a bridesmaid, location Atlanta. Second wedding was in Africa. Reference interview at the Breakfast Club. Shamea stated, I only had one wedding, and she clearly had two. Now, I will be playing this for you guys so that you guys can hear it for yourself.
Beautiful bride. Congratulations. I love you. Asante Sarah, Vicky.
Okay, so hello, bride. Congratulations. Now, whatever you lot want to call it, there was some sort of ceremony and Porsha was in attendance. She had the whole traditional outfit on. It looks like a traditional wedding to me. Now, we know she's going to deny it soon enough, but this looks like a traditional wedding. Okay. Now, let's continue with the receipts. Slide 2, lie 2. I sent Shamea flowers to congratulate my bestie for her joining Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her video she made thanking me. I have to laugh because it's like, Shamea, if you were planning to come for Porsha, it's not working, sis. You look crazy. Shamea is jealous of Porsha's it factor and light. That's why she matchmake her with Scammer Simon, allegedly. Okay, because word on the street is that apparently Porsha and Simon knew each other allegedly before they even said hi to each other on the TV screens. Remember, we talked about, I don't know if I was talking about it at the time, but I remember I was involved in a lot of conversations about the way Porsha came into that scene. It was very weird, like fist bumping the guy. So, yeah, word on the street is something is there. There's something brewing between There's something more that we don't know about how Porsha and Simon met, but we will find out soon enough. As far as I know, there is a blogger that is a content creator that has an interview coming up. I can't remember her name. I think it's Michelle. She has an interview coming up with Simon. So I can't wait to watch that because I need to know. I remember the African wedding, and the reason Porsha couldn't come, it was two reasons: medical, and her and Shamea, the snake, were not on good terms. Exactly. This is the thing. And I think people forget these things, that two things could be true. Yes, she had some sort of medical condition that stopped her from traveling. And then also, her and Shamea were not on good terms at the time. It's like, if I'm not on good terms with somebody, I'm not going to be wondering why they're not coming to my wedding. If anything, I'm going to be hoping that they don't show up to my wedding because I don't want no drama. And so I just don't get it at all. Really don't get it at all. They were introduced by Shamea, and he was Dennis's business partner. Oh, interesting. That would explain, because I remember Dennis said something, I think at it was on Porsha's channel, or Porsha's YouTube channel, and it was something about how he reached out to or met up with Dennis at the airport, or saw Dennis at the airport, and was asking about Porsha, something like that. So my thing is, like, I just felt like, how would he feel very comfortable asking about Porsha if it's not like, one, maybe he's interested, or he has that relationship with Porsha? Interesting. I did not know anything, all of that backstory, Lady Poor, about or what you're saying about Michelle. I do not know about that at all. Yeah, like, I just stumbled on her channel recently, actually, so I did not know anything about that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the interview. I want to see what is said, what is being said. Yeah, I want to know, like, what, even though of course it's Simon, so I don't really know if we can generally believe it, but I'm hoping that once Simon puts it out there, Porsha can either bring us the receipts like she's doing here, or clarify for us. But yeah, guys, hit that like button. The likes are still not matching the amount of people in here, so please hit that like button. Don't be stingy with the likes, please and thank you. All right, let's get back into the receipt, honey. The receipts. Slide 2, lie 2. This is cracking me up because it's like, imagine you're in court. Oh, Lady Po is refreshing my memory. For some reason, it didn't click for me. You all know I don't be in these YouTube streets like that. So I did not know any of that. Even though I think I covered the story, but I did not know that that was the same person. Oh my God, I'm the weirdest. Anyway, so slide 2, lie 2. This is interesting because it's given, you know how, like, you're in court and there's exhibit 1, exhibit 2, that is what is given. I don't know if Porsha wrote all of this. Porsha probably told her team, like, this is what I need you all to say. And somebody was probably like, I'm on it, and start drafting. This is just my speculation, by the way. This is me just being silly. Porsha may have written it, but I'm just like, maybe it ain't Porsha. Maybe it's someone from her team. And the person was just like, I'm going to just write this out and put this out. That's what I think. But anyway, what is with all of the messages? Sorry, guys. I don't know if you guys can hear. Who is messaging me so much? Sorry, let me put my phone on DND. Let me put my phone on DND. Oh, you think Porsha wrote all of that? Okay. Maybe she did. But yeah. Okay, slide 2, lie 2. I sent Shamea flowers to congratulate my bestie for her joining Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her video she made thanking me, followed by an excited congratulatory phone call I made to her. So here's the thing. Sounds like she sent flowers, she made a phone call to her, she was excited, as well as a lengthy caption and Instagram post, 4 slides of peach photos of excitement celebrating Queen Nwanji as a full-time housewife in Peach Holder, right? Now, here's the thing. If you guys, before I play the video, I want to say something. Let me just give some context, because I know people are getting away with this whole thing and feeling like, oh, Shamea versus Porsha, and we're forgetting some facts that we need to remember. Shamea basically insinuated that Porsha wasn't really congratulating her about getting a peach. Imagine that this girlie went out of her way. She didn't have to do that. She was going through a public divorce and everything. She didn't have to do all of that. She could have just said, do you know what? So much is going on in my life right now. I can't make any Instagram posts. She made an Instagram post. Pictures of pictures, right? She sent flowers. If that's not sweet, I don't know what is. Most people wouldn't even do all of that. All you get is a text message, especially because you've been on the show before. This show is not, you're not new to the show, right? Yet she congratulated you. Yeah, she was sitting on this the whole season. Absolutely. I feel like Porsha was just like, this is what I think. I think Porsha wanted to see what exactly Shamea did before she responded. Because, you know, it's one thing to hear people say things. And bear in mind, Porsha has been on the show for a long time. She knows that the girlies are going to make up stuff. The girlies are going to like twist things. She knows that. So I think she chilled, waited it out, and just thought, do you know what? Let me wait it out and then see what Shamea actually said. Because she could have said it on the show, but she chose not to say it on the show. I think she was waiting. She was like, okay, let me sit on it. Let me see what Shamea actually ends up saying about me before I say anything. Because I think Porsha is smarter than people give her credit for. I think Porsha knows that Shamea is probably going to be playing victim, and she was ready for it. So she's like, before I go and say something and react like that, let me chill, let me pause. First, think about it, watch the clips myself, and then respond. I hope Porsha recorded the phone calls with Shamea. I hope so too. But the problem is she's damned if she does, she's damned if she doesn't. Because if she does, people would say, oh, so you've already been plotting on your friend the whole time. Why would you record a phone call with your friend? Right? If she doesn't record it, then Shamea can say anything. And she's already said what she had to say, right? So it's one of those like, damned if you do, damned if you don't, honestly speaking. Yep, you've got to record phone calls with people like Shamea. I agree completely. People like Shamea are very dangerous, and I'm actually surprised that a lot of people are not really talking about it. I think a lot of people are consumed with their hate for Porsha that they're not actually addressing the evidence, right? I think people are blinded by Shamea's wealth, and I get it. She's a wealthy woman. Amazing. I love that for her, right? But my thing is like, beyond all of that, right? The way in which she has navigated this is horrible. There's no reason for you to be out here coming on the show that your best friend is on. You want to take her platform away from her and then push her out? That is crazy to me. And it's so disappointing because I feel like that's what they always do. And now I'm like, I wouldn't even blame Porsha if Porsha didn't want Shamea on the show anymore, because look at how it's turned out. Now I understand why Porsha was so protective of Dennis being on the show, because she knows how these things can get. You know? So I'm just like, yeah, Porsha has her faults, but at the same time, it's like seeing how this whole Porsha and Shamea thing is playing out, it's crazy to me. I feel like Shamea had a plan and was in the alliance. What do you guys think about the alliance? Do you think there was really an alliance that Shamea, Kelly, and Britt were in? Also, do you think Porsha was part of that alliance? Because I've heard people talk about the alliance, and I'm just curious, like, what y'all think? Do you guys think she was actually part of the alliance? Now, whilst you guys are letting me know about that, I'm going to keep reading this. So, actually, let me play. Uh-oh. That's my alarm to journal. Ignore it. I don't know why I have so many alarms. There's probably going to be another alarm in like 30 minutes. Anyway, let me play this for y'all, man. Oh, I thought there was a video. Hold on. Of oh
Oh,
yeah, there.
oh,
Okay. Oh, I wish I could turn this down, but anyway.
oh, oh.
Oh, see
Now
what?
that boy done sent me to get those flowers up in this mud. Look at these things. Okay, I like it. I love it. Oh, oh. And you do it. And you do it. Ooh. And they smell so good. They smell so do it. You gotta, and when you get up, Pete, you get some flowers from your best friend. You get up, Pete, you get the flowers, and you then go in. Oh, 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 oh.
For some flowers? Oh. First of all, I'm just like, she did all of that for some flowers. That is crazy. Like, wow. Okay, girl. All right. So you were clearly very pleased. So what happened between when you got those flowers to you being on the show? I just don't get it. And I'm just like, a lot of people are giving Shamea grace, and I'm like, okay, everyone needs grace, but girl, we also need to hold you accountable. Why were you so excited about the flowers? Why are you kicking and excited and jumping about those flowers and acting like she didn't congratulate you? You may feel like, okay, she didn't take you out, okay, but she congratulated you. Why would you make it seem like it was just a text message when that was not the truth? It's like, you got to be careful. And here's the picture that she posted, right? You have to be careful of these people that like are willing. It's like people that are willing to lie on you just to prove their point. It's like, okay, fine, we're not cool, we're not the best of friends, okay, no worries. But for you to then lie on me and literally make it seem like I didn't congratulate you and I didn't want you on the show, when I sent you flowers, I called you, I sent you a text message. It's like, what more do you want from this girl that's going through a divorce, public divorce? The man is dragging her left, right, and center. Did you say anything out to support your friend publicly? No, you didn't at the time. Did you even send her flowers for what she's going through? Did she say anything about that? So I just think like the cracks are showing. I think everyone or a lot of people thought it was Porsha all along, but Shamea is just as bad, if not worse. Actually, she is worse in my opinion, because it's one thing to just be a self-absorbed friend. It's another thing to be a liar and be willing to lie on your friend just to prove your point, and to come on your friend's platform to then try to expose them and kick them out of their spot. That is a different kind of sinister to me. Now let's continue. Let's the update. Okay. Shamea responded and said, again, I had one wedding that took place in Nairobi, Kenya. What you attended was my dowry ceremony in my mom's backyard. Second, you sent flowers my birthday week just before we started filming. I had my peach for over a month. I want to pause there for a second. Okay, she attended a ceremony. Some people do multiple ceremonies, right? They do ceremonies where it's like, okay, they would do one here with their family and friends, and then the next one will be a destination wedding, which of course you're invited, but whoever can attend, right? I knew someone who was getting married. I couldn't attend the destination wedding because it was out of the country, and at the time I just couldn't travel, right? Imagine the person then decides like, yo, I don't want to talk to you no more. Like, okay then. Like, I'm sorry, I couldn't come. Not to now talk of someone that you had issues with at the time. It's just weird to me. And then she says, you sent flowers my birthday week just before we started filming. I'd had my peach for over a month. Okay. A month. Are we playing games? Seriously. A month. A month. A whole month. Things happen. Do you think she's sitting down? First of all, she may have been busy. Life may have happened. She's going through a divorce. She was a month late. Okay, what do you want? It's like, have you met people that are just so exhausting? It's like genuinely so exhausting. It's like, what is going on? She was a month late. Okay, and but did she congratulate you or she didn't congratulate you? What is it? Instead, you were sulking, you felt that way, you were resentful of your friend, and you decided not to have the conversation like a grown adult. You have no one to blame but yourself. Porsha is like most cancers, they are some really sweet and sensitive people. Yep, I definitely think like Porsha is a lot more sweet and sensitive than people actually think. I do think she's a bit self-absorbed, but I do think that yeah, she is really sweet. She is really sweet. And if she was such a bad friend, why are you practically begging? Why are you begging to be back friends with her? It doesn't make sense. She is a horrible friend. Okay, then move on. It's like say what you want. You kept doing things, speaking to everybody. It was almost like you wanted a reaction from her, and she wasn't giving you a reaction. So you kept going and you kept going and you kept going. It's like people like you are worse, right? You really need to keep an eye on people like them because they go overboard. The whole season, Porsha said not a thing. Not once did Porsha say a thing about Shamea. And I think I need people to remember this because everybody keeps forgetting. Not once did Porsha say anything. That is crazy to me. Oh, your youngest set of twins are, oh, it's their birthday. Happy birthday to both of them. Are they boys or girlies? I'm just curious. Oh, a boy and girl. Let me know. Happy birthday to both of them. I hope they're having an amazing day. Okay, she told her congratulations to that should have been enough. Exactly, live by design. Exactly. Tell me about it. It's like I texted you congratulations. This is not your first rodeo. You've been on the show with me for a long time, as a friend of the show. So it's like me sending you congratulations should have been enough. Instead, I even sent flowers. Now you're annoyed about the timing of the flowers. That's hilarious. Because when you received the flowers, you were out here jumping for joy. You did a whole song about it. Ooh, it smells good. Whatever she said. It's like, girl, what is it? It doesn't make any sense, right? What does she want to parade? Exactly. That is what it feels like. It's like, what do you want? Like Shamea just seems exhausting, like a friend that you have to constantly reassure. Oh, I love you, sis. Oh, it's okay, it's you and I, sis. Remember how she had that sit down with Porsha, and then she said Porsha did not want to like talk about their friendship on the show. Yet you kept talking about the friendship on the show because you had a plan, you had a scheme, you had an alliance allegedly. And so it was just like, whatever the case may be, you were surprised that Porsha was not playing into it and Porsha refused to jump on it. That's what it's given. Shamea has a lot of the money, husband and kids, but she doesn't have fame nor the it factor that Porsha has. Yep, I think that's really what it is because it feels very much like those people that would it's like your friend wants a job, you get them a job, and then they want to come and try to get you fired from your job. It's like that level of venom. And that's why I say, like, initially, I was one of those people who are like, okay, I feel like Shamea is wrong. Why are you talking about your friend? Blah, blah, blah. But I thought, like, okay, they could move on and move away from it. But I feel like, nah, things are too far. I feel like Shamea has too much venom that I don't really see it coming back from this. I think they may try to be cool eventually if she stays on the show, but I don't actually see them coming back from it. I really don't. I do not. Because Shamia took it too far, in my opinion. Is one thing to then be saying, lying on me, saying I'm part of an alliance when I wasn't part of an alliance. Like, I would be pissed. I don't even think there's any coming back from you lying on me, to be honest. Like, yeah, I'm not going to hold grudges, but I'm not going to keep you close either. Because now I can't trust you because you will lie on me to save your own A. And that's how I see it when it comes to the whole Shamea and Porsha thing. Live by design. Porsha actually looks nervous because she felt Shamea will turn on her. I agree. I think Even you could tell at the reunion that she even had that nervous energy. It was that like energy of like, wow, I'm really going to have to go at someone that I actually care about, because they have continued to slander me. They've continued to talk about me in interviews. They've continued to speak about me. How many interviews did Porsha do? How many interviews was she out here talking about Shamea? No, like it's not right. It's not nice. And I know people love to hate Porsha and for different reasons and for some valid reasons. I get it. But in this situation, Shamea is hella wrong. The fallout would not have happened if Shamea was not running her mouth to the girlies. The fallout would not have happened if Shamea wasn't teaming up with certain folks, if Shamea was not allegedly in an alliance, okay? If Shamea was not lying on her so-called bestie. It's like, leave your bestie out of it. Oh, they're 22 today. Oh, amazing, amazing. Happy birthday to them. I hope they have such a wonderful time. Lady Paul, I never cared for Shamea. Sis, you have you're a great judge of character. Because a lot of people fell for Shamea. Even though in episode 1, I loved the wealth and everything, I kept saying, I felt like there were some things. I'm like, And I remember like a lot of my videos, I kept talking about how some of the things Shamea is doing, some of the things Shamea is doing. And I remember like some people were just in my comments lighting me, like, being really rude to me about it. And I'm like, girl, please. Talking about maybe Porsha paid me and all that kind of stuff. There were some comments I even had to delete because I was like, please, I don't want this negativity on my page. Like, what the hell? But it was like people were really like coming for me because they were all enamored with the whole Shamea wealth thing. And it's so crazy how Shamea went from being the fan favorite. Imagine going from being a fan fave, people that everyone was loving, to then being the one that is most hated is crazy to me. It's like a fall from grace, a huge flop. She always came across as fake. Sis, you clocked it before we all did. I know her type, fake as hell. She definitely is fake because I don't know how you have to be fake to hang out with me for over 10 years and have beef with me, have deep rooted issues against me. Yet we go out together, we go on trips together with our husbands, we're practically together, always kikiing and hanging out. But you have all these deep, venomous issues? Sis, no thank you. No, if that's what a friend is, please miss me with that. Porsha is like me. I disengage from anything that makes me feel iffy. I completely see it. And I remember when I was saying that, like, I do feel like Porsha clocked her, but Porsha was just like, okay, I know who she is. I'm gonna be cool with her. We'll have fun together, but I'm not going to really trust her. Trust her. I think that's what Porsha was really on. And I think Porsha saw what she wanted to do with that scene where she wanted to like light Porsha. And Porsha was just like, yeah, nah, I do not have the energy for this today. So I will contain this until I'm ready to deal with it. And Porsha was like, I'm gonna do my research, get my receipts in order, and then we will come back and address this. I'm not giving Shamea grace. Lady Po is so funny to me. She's like, I'm not giving Shamea grace. I'm keeping my foot on her lion neck. Okay. To be honest, I understand because she has lied so much. She has lied so much. Like, I don't even think, well, actually, I still saw a few people giving her like really big graces. Like, they were practically like, yeah, well, Porsha is a bad friend. I'm like, shush, man. You say Porsha is a bad friend, but the person that has exhibited all the bad friend tendencies in this season is Shamea. What does the evidence suggest? Guys, could it be that you have been fooled by Shamea's act? These are the questions, right? These are the questions I need the people that are riding for Shamea to answer. Because I don't know how you can write for this. The lies are too much. It's like, I wish I had that meme. The lies, the lies. Right now, that is what is given. The lies. That's why Porsha didn't seem locked in this season. Absolutely. I feel like Porsha was just like, I don't know what is going on. Also, did you guys hear during the reunion? I know they were speaking over each other, so it was hard to hear. But I feel like I heard Porsha say that she called Shamea and she was like, why are we not filming together this season? Something like that. Not knowing that there was already an alliance to allegedly take her down. Now, let me know if you guys heard that. She just couldn't figure out why she felt uncomfortable, but it was because there was a whole alliance against her. Exactly. It's like, that's very, very intuitive. You know? Definitely very, very intuitive that she knew that something wasn't right. And that's the thing, if you're friends with someone for a long time, also, chances are you can kind of spot when something is different about them when they're playing both sides. And I think she's been friends with her long enough to know that she's playing both sides. And so I think that's why Porsha was just like, okay, let me see, let me not play into her hands. Let me see what the receipts are saying first. And then I can address it. That's what I genuinely believe. I think she knew there was something there, but she was like, yo, let me wait. Let's bring the receipts. Let's see what she's actually said so I don't get in trouble for like outing her. And then let's deal with it. A twin brother gives people grace and chances. Oh, you're talking about your children. Oh, yeah. I feel like there's always one that is like a lot more like lenient, and then the other one is like, nah, I ain't giving nobody no grace. I have twin brothers as well. So, like, yeah, there's always one. And like cousins that are twins as well. So it's very much like, yeah, you always have one that is very much like, yeah, spicy, giving everyone grace, and then the other is just like spicy. I'm like, nah, I don't have nothing for y'all. I'm not even a Porsche fan, but for me, wrong is wrong and right is right. I love people like you, sis, because you don't have to be a fan of somebody to speak up for what is right. And I feel like for me, what frustrates me a lot when I cover these shows is that a lot of people are not like that. They have who their favorites are, and it's okay to have favorites, right? For me, I started off, I always like all the girls and stuff, and then when I start to see behaviors that I don't like, then I call it out, regardless of whether or not I like you, right? So I really feel like I love when people can be as objective as possible. Sometimes it's not possible, but when we like take a step back and say, okay, watching the evidence, what is it actually showing us? And in this one, Shamea is showing herself to be a liar, not to be trusted, and a vindictive person. Live by Design said, and Shamina has been doing it for a while. She's in an alliance with Candy too against Porsha. I think so too. Because for and Candy to me has always been a little bit underhanded. And I say that because for someone who tries to make it seem like her and Porsha are cool and stuff, it's like you sure do things that show that you don't really see it for Porsha. And it's so sad because Porsha is always like so supportive of Candy. And I think Porsha genuinely feels like, yo, like, let's really put it to bed. I've apologized. Like, let's just move on. And I understand if Candy cannot move on. That's okay. Some people can't, right? If the allegations were serious, I get it if you can't move on. But I think just tell the girl, like, don't be out here acting like you guys are friends and you guys are cool, and then you do things that are very underhanded and sneaky. So that's just my qualms with Candy on that one. But I definitely believe Shamea was in an alliance with Britt and Kelly. Shamea had me thinking Porsha was the worst friend ever, even before the season started. Whatever you say, sis, a lot of people felt that way. A lot of people actually thought like Porsha was the most horrible person ever. And I think it was even easier for that to even happen because a lot of people already hated Porsha with the whole Simon business thing, right? And that was already well known. So I feel like Shamea was thinking, okay, the fans don't like Porsha. The fans already think she's a bad friend. It's time for me to jump ship. And then let me just use all of these things that they're saying to secure my peach. I personally think that that's what it was. Lady Pooh was like, I'm a Porsha fan. Stand in it. I love it. She's a frenemy. Yep, Shamea is absolutely a frenemy. She's those ones that our parents used to warn us about, like, stay away from her. She doesn't like you. And you be besties with this person. You be out here thinking like you guys are sweet, like you love her and she loves you when that ain't the truth. But rule of thumb, when your bestie is friends with your enemies, that is not your friend. Ooh, I agree. Especially if they became friends with the said person after you guys stopped talking. So so when I say by that, like imagine like Candy and Porsha were not really like on good footing or getting along, and then Shamea decides to be besties with Candy. Obviously, they are bonding over their dislike for you. So yeah, I personally have always kind of felt like that. Now, I feel like if we're all friends and you stayed friends with so-called person that I fell out with, I wouldn't really feel strongly about it unless the person did something egregious to me, because I'm like, okay, unless it was something to that extent where I feel like they did something really bad to me, then of course I don't have any issues with it. Now, will I tell you my personal business once I know you're besties with someone else that I don't F with? No. You will not be getting any personal information from me. We will go out, we'll hang out, we'll kiki, but I'll keep you at arm's length since you want to be friends with somebody that I don't or I no longer speak to. Simon is the one who introduced Porsha. Shamea is the one who introduced Porsha to Simon. Dennis been spilled that tea because they were working on getting back together. Oh, the plot thickens. I do know that Porsha said something about Shamea being the best matchmaker ever. So it does not sound far from the truth. So I would not be surprised. Later, Pusa and Shamea sure made that happen. You have people like that that will interfere in every part of your life because they know you trust them. Yes. It's like stay in your lane. Let me have one thing to myself, honey. Like stay in your lane. You want that, you do it. You want this, okay, fine. But leave me. Let me have something for myself. Please and thank you. Porsha should have chosen Dennis because they have great chemistry. Yes, but Dennis was out in these streets. Dennis be cheating, man. That's the problem. It's like as much as Dennis acts like he loves on Porsha and whatnot, he is a cheat. He's not ready to be faithful. Sorry, I had to drink. He's not ready to be faithful. I feel like if he was ready to be faithful, they could have worked it out. They would have been so good together. But that man ain't ready to be faithful. He ain't ready. So I actually don't think Porsha should give him time of the day personally because he's not ready. That man has, he's not ready. Maybe if he becomes a lot more mature in the future and they're able to like go to counseling together and he genuinely works on himself, then maybe they can work it out. Because you can tell Porsha loves him down and he loves her down. But he's just not healed enough to be with Porsha or anyone else for that matter. Live by Design said, a jealous person is a dangerous person. Say it louder. I completely agree with this. I think now I do understand that sometimes, like, yes, there could be instances where, like, maybe your friend is going through something and there is a jealousy there. But I think that needs to be talked about or at least addressed, right? Journal that ish out. Go to therapy about that ish. Don't be out here treating your friend like crap, scheming and plotting against your friend because you're jealous of something that they have. Work it out with your therapist. Why are you jealous about this particular person? What is going on? Right? I'm one of those people when it comes to like certain things that I feel like, yes, it's horrible to be jealous. I agree. But I feel like if you're listening to this and you're a jealous person, go to therapy. There may be something that is going on. There's some insecurity there that needs to be addressed and dealt with. I don't believe that it can't be cured. I just think you need to go to therapy and know why you are feeling that way so that you can address it and get healing from it. I believe that was meant to be will always come to pass. Yes, absolutely agree. I believe that Porsha and Dennis are going to get back together. Honestly, a strong possibility. I just think like he needs to step it up in terms of like his fidelity. He needs to stay faithful. I think if he stays faithful, Porsha will probably consider him. I think Porsha does not want to be hurt again, especially by Dennis. I don't think she wants to be hurt again. So I think she is trying to just like, because she said something about she feels like she doesn't want things to be unstable for PJ, and I get it. You don't want your daughter thinking, oh my God, mommy and daddy are getting back together. Oh my God, I love mommy and daddy together. And then all of a sudden, mommy and daddy have broken it off again because daddy has done something stupid, right? So I feel like I understand her feeling like she doesn't want to bring that back. My advice would be like, if she wants to go back to testing the waters, don't rush into marriage with him. Take your time, date him for a couple of years, make sure he's faithful before you decide to like take it to the next level with somebody like Dennis. She's worse than a bad friend. She's a dangerous friend. Yes, thank you. That is something I was saying in a previous video where I was like, she's worse. And I'll take Porsha any day over Shamea in when it comes to friendships. Because one thing you can say about Porsha is you can say, okay, maybe she can be self-absorbed when she's going through her ish. She's all up in her own. She may forget about you. But a dangerous person is not someone that forgets about you. A dangerous person is someone that is sitting at home plotting and scheming your downfall, waiting for the perfect opportunity to light your A on fire, waiting for the perfect opportunity to get their revenge on you for the things that you don't even know you did wrong to them and they're holding on to. That is a very dangerous person. That's a vindictive person. Yeah, Candy definitely not and never will be cool with Porsha. What would my bestie have in common with someone who hates me? Exactly. This is the thing. What would you have in common? And then not it's even worse, right? When you get to the point where not just like hating her, right? It's like it's not even like you guys are cool. You guys are besties. Bear in mind that Shamea calls Candy her bestie as well. So it's like you're not even just cool with Candy, the person that doesn't like your so-called bestie. You are tight. You go on holiday. You're always hanging out with said person who hates your childhood bestie. That's a problem. That shows you have no loyalty. You're the person saying you're riding. Riding for who? You have no loyalty to nobody. I think that's why Porsha was pulling back around the wedding. She felt something was up but couldn't pinpoint it or vocalize it. That is the thing. I feel like Porsha's sin is not being able to vocalize what she is feeling. It's one of those people where her body responds before she has the label for it. There's some people where like they always tell you your body knows, right? Sometimes you don't know what it is. You just start to feel like, oh, I feel he's cheating. You have no way of proving it, but you just feel that way because it's almost like your body has picked up signals that your brain cannot comprehend yet. And so then when you finally comprehend it, it's like, oh, time has passed. So I think that's definitely what happens to Porsha. I think Porsha, when stuff happens, she feels some type of way, but she cannot process or vocalize it. So I think she also needs to work on that emotionally, so that she has like the range to be able to have these conversations. I'm so happy for my best friend. Everybody I don't like, she automatically doesn't like, and vice versa. Period. Girl, one time, literally, my best friend said something about something that someone did, and guess what I did? I just went all up on the Instagram and I unfollowed the person because I was like, please, I was just like, please, like unfollow, please, and thank you. Nah, I'm just like, there's no association. You did her dirty. That's enough for me. True, Dennis is immature. Yes, I hope he really grows out of it. I hope, like, because sometimes these men get to a certain age, certain stage in life, and then they suddenly want to settle. So I hope he gets to that stage, and if it's not too late. I've never been jealous of my friend or anyone that has anyone that's a character flaw. If someone has something you want, you can have healthy envy where you're happy for them and strive for the same. Yes, sis. No, I totally get what you mean. And that's the thing. Like, I feel sometimes when people are very competitive, they can get to the point where they start to then, like, it's like you're now craving what someone else has. And it's like you want to push them out so you can get in there, which I just think it's crazy to me. But yeah, I definitely think that that is a character flaw that needs to be worked on. I believe that he's growing up a little. Yes, I do see that in like the way he interacts with her, especially on YouTube. But I think in the way in which things were handled with Drew, I still think like he has a lot more growing up to do. Because I think Drew was basically saying like, oh, Dennis said he had the conversation with Porsha about filming when in fact he didn't have the conversation. So I just think like he still has a lot of growing up to do as well. But yeah, he is growing up a little. When you have a bad character and you're jealous, you feel that people shouldn't have something you want at all. That is crazy. I did not even think about it like that, but that is crazy. It's just like I can't imagine like someone having something and I'm like, oh, why should that person have it? I want it. Like, no, that is crazy work. Like, no, thank you. And I pray that never, ever happens to me. What the hell? That's crazy. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, if someone gets something, you're just like, well done, happy for you, clapping, you know, that's has always been it. Even when someone gets something that maybe I want to get or whatever, I root for you. I give you your props and whatnot. I thank God for you, and then I know that mine is coming. You know, so it's not a big deal. I can't imagine sitting down plotting on someone. That takes an evil heart. Absolutely. It's like the time, the planning, the scheming. And yet, during this process, you'd be like calling your friend. I mean, like, hey, girl, what's up? I love you. Girl, no. And this is the thing, like, I feel like I'm not even sure if Shamea can redeem herself in my eyes because it's like the amount of lies, I can't even believe anything that you say moving forward, really. So, yeah. I've always felt that Shamea was team too much. Yeah, I know what you mean. I remember, like, even in one of the earlier episodes, I was like, I feel like, yeah, I like all the wealth and stuff, but I feel like it feels very performative, like she's doing too much. So yeah, no, I agree with you. I just think she's definitely team too much. Even like sometimes the way she like comes across in certain situations, like, why do you have such over the top reactions for things that are not that serious? It's so weird. Like even with the flowers, don't get me wrong, flowers are a sweet gesture, but okay, all of that for flowers. Like, oh, and oh, my bestie did this. Oh, like, girl, please. What did the like? Do you know what I mean? It's like blowing everything out of proportion. It's like, why? So that's the problem that I have. And some friendships outgrow each other. Absolutely agree. I just think it's one of those things where even if you outgrow me, anybody listening, please, there's no need to talk bad about me. Anybody got time for that? Just outgrow me in peace and keep it moving. The same way, like when I outgrow people and friendships, I do not need to have conversations with other people about it. We move on, it's juices. Like I remember even like one time I went on holiday. There was this girl, we went on holiday together. She was one of the friends in a group. Everyone fell out with her. And that was it, right? Nobody was out here scheming and plotting on her, talking bad about her. But the annoying thing was, I kept hearing all the things that she was saying about the rest of us, and I was like, "Girl, please!" Like we had so much that we could have actually said that were facts, but it's like, why? Just go out in peace. We've moved on. Go in peace. Let me go in peace. There's no need to talk about it. There's no need to be like talking smack. No need for all of that. This her ancestors, and Portia might not be smart, but she has powerful ancestors. Girl. Or a praying mother. A praying mother. People may laugh at Miss Diane, but Miss Diane knew what Shamea was on. Miss Diane must be praying, to be honest, because think about the whole Simon and Portia business, how everything is panned out, right? Think about this whole thing with Shamea. Everyone was out here scheming. Shamea, 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 Shamea. Portia is a bad friend. Portia is a bad friend. And now everyone or majority of people are now trying to change their tune. So she definitely has a praying mother or praying somebody in her family be praying upon her. I believe that he's learning his lesson because he almost lost Portia for good with the Simon crap. Yes, I definitely think that Dennis, yet to an extent, is learning his lesson. Shamea was trying to be like Candy, talking about she's everybody's friend. That's the thing. I've always said anybody that is everybody's friend is a friend to no one, because people like that, they go where the wind blows, they have no loyalty. If they feel like the world is against somebody, then they're against you. If they feel like the world is for you, then they come around and turn around and act like everything's all good. This, I've never been able to turn people against someone I'm not friends with. That's so weird. Agreed. Like, I don't even know how people do that. And I remember, like, I was listening to some of the things that this particular person was saying, and I was like, girl, why? And the thing is, it's like, girl, why not even just tell the truth? Why do you have to lie as well? It's like the truth is enough. But anyway, yeah, I never understand that. It's so weird. I think also it takes a lot of energy as well. Like, if you think about it, the amount of energy it takes to be lying on people and then have to remember your lies and then be going from left, right, center, talking about your friend, like that's a lot of energy that I don't know where people get it from, but I guess I'm too busy for all of that. Ooh, ain't this a word? Shamia is covering up something. Her husband seems like he's embarrassed of her. Wow, very, very interesting take. Now, I don't necessarily know if I feel like the husband is acting like he's embarrassed of her. I just think he probably has some things that he doesn't want to come out on the show, hence why he's not on the show. I do think, though, she is definitely covering up something. I think that deep within herself, she is not really happy. I don't know why. She's the only person that can answer that question, but I think deep within herself, she is not really fully happy with herself. Um, and whatever the case may be, I think, because think about it as well, right? For someone that has that much wealth, right, seems to have a lot going on for themselves, the way that they act or the way that this person acts is not the way somebody that is so happy in their marriage acts, right? Remember when they were doing the jab jab? She was very like, oh, like I don't see no married women acting like that. Married women who are loving on their husbands, who are happily married, acting like that. It is very weird to me. So it's just a lot of things that she says that makes it feel like, girl, are you even happy in that marriage? Are you happy with yourself? Are you even happy as an individual? Is everything okay? Right? So these are some of the things that I be thinking because I'm like, is she all right? Like, is everything actually fine with this girl? Or is she hiding something that is going on deep down within herself? And so I just think there's something going on, to be honest. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I hate when that happens because it's just like, just go in peace. There's no need for you to dog me out, lie on me, and try to smear my name. It's the worst. It's the worst kind of people, honestly. Sometimes you have to listen to your mama. Absolutely. For me, mama has always been right. There's never been a moment where she was wrong. So my advice would be anyone listening, listen to your mom. They always know. That's called someone trying to erase you. Yep. They were trying, sis. They were trying to erase me, erase certain friendships that I had. Because, like, certain people that were, like, even acting up towards me, only to then find out, like, this whole thing happened. I was like, girl, what in the lies is going on? I just could not believe it. I even had to like I had to pick up the phone and call because I was like, the lies are too much. Like we need to talk because what is going on? But yeah, some people they will do whatever they need to do to erase you. Yes, but anybody who is everybody's friend is nothing but an opportunist. Can't even speak. An opportunist. Let me read it again so I don't sound stupid. Anyone who is everybody's friend is nothing but an opportunist. Agreed, agreed, agreed. It's like you want to be friends with everyone so you can get the privileges that come with being friends with everyone. It's like you were friends with Porsha when you got some value out of it. Now because you feel like the whole world is against her, you're just like, yeah, please let me jump ship. I don't even need her anymore. That's what it feels like. Everyone owes Miss Diane an apology. Yep, please. Everyone needs to really apologize to Miss Diane because I feel like Miss Diane was getting it for people who were saying she called Shamea a dog. I said she didn't call her a dog. She referred to the dog that carries the bone. That does not mean she's calling her a dog. It's an expression. But people like to act like there's no comprehension. But anyway. Yep, I hope she did. I think she cheated on her husband while dating. You may have a point because Brit also mentioned allegedly rumors about Shamea cheating. So where there is smoke, there may be fire. And that's all I'm gonna say. In that dungeon with Candy, okay. Notice why she's always outside clubbing and crap. Yes, that is the thing. And no one is saying like you're married, you can't go clubbing, but it's like there's a way you carry yourself, right? Even me as a person, like, and I'm not even married, but there's a way I carry myself. I'm not going to be out here doing half the things like Shamia is doing. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, there has to be limits to that ish. And it makes it even weirder because she was hanging out with Candy to spite Porsha. Absolutely. She's a whole married person. Yep. Exactly what I'm saying. It's like there has to be limits. Like some things are just too far. It's like you're the married person on the show, but you don't even get married. But okay. Imagine jeopardizing your relationship just to do evil things to someone else. Something is wrong with her. Absolutely. It's so sad because I think it's on one of those people who it's like Angela said, she was trying to play the long game. She was trying to play the long game. And as soon as she got on the show, she thought my spot is secure. Let me go after Porsha and take her spot. And then they'll probably remove her off the show and then I would be running ish. But girl, you do not have main character energy. At least so far. Maybe you have and you haven't brought it, but we haven't seen it. So that will be very hard to prove. When Porsha was married, you didn't see her without her husband. Girl, she was making the girlie sick because she was out here every time with that man. Every time. It's weird she's always outside and she's married. Yeah, it's very interesting. Shamia has some deep rooted insecurities. I agree. I feel like she genuinely does not feel enough. Whatever the case may be, sister, I think you need to just like, and I love you. Well, I love you down is not true because now I know really I'm not really liking Shamia anymore, but I liked her before. And I would say I like Shamia at some point, right? Initially, when I first was like, oh, I would want her to come on the show. And like, if she comes on the show, I hope like her and Porsha stay friends. And like, I wanted to see them like banter and have fun together. That's what I wanted to see on the show, not this nonsense that I've been stuck with. And Shamia, I definitely think you have some deep rooted insecurities. You feel like you can't speak for yourself, but you speak to everyone about the issues that you have with your so called friends. So I'm gonna need you to get it together. We need to figure out what's going on with you. So you definitely need to be in therapy if you are not already. I hope that she can watch the season back and take accountability and realize that maybe this show is not for me. But I don't think she's going to. I put all of their truth out there for everyone to see. And I think Porsha is a good friend because Porsha knows her dirty deeds and hasn't said one thing. As for me, you tried to take me out in publishing and publishing a book. Okay. Yeah, I do agree. I think even with the way Porsha was even at the reunion, it was almost like she was still trying to like not go too far with Shamia. She was really trying not to go too far with Shamia. But I think Porsha just got tired of the lies. It's like, at what point do I have to defend myself? It's like I've let you dog me out, talk to whoever cares to listen. At some point, I have to defend myself. I can't continue to let you talk smack about me and I not defend myself. And I completely understand that. How many of us will sit down and continue to let someone dog us out and will not feel like, okay, at least let's speak up for ourselves? We would. At some point, we're going to have to. And I have dated an African guy in my younger years. They can be cruel when you cheat. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Do you think she cheated and he found out? Oh no. If he did and did not leave her, bruh, she is going to be going through it. Mm-mm-mm. Shamea's eyes are so dark to me. I also wonder if she's on some sort of prescription meds due to the eyes and dry mouth. Interesting. I did not even so I noticed the eyes, but I didn't notice the dry mouth. Oh, AF. That is very interesting. You're right. She's playing a dangerous game. Okay. I love how you guys are like having conversations in the chat. All bets are off. Let Shamia keep on running her mouth. Ooh. There's something that you all are saying in the chat. I'm not posting that allegedly, but oh my gosh. I hope she's not on that. Yeah, there is definitely something there. There's definitely something there. I think you can just tell from her energy. It doesn't give happy. It really doesn't give happy. It just gives like someone that is just working in autopilot mode. That's pretty much what it thinks about. That's what it feels like. Why is she focused on giving him a son? Interesting. So, did you also notice while we're on this subject? Did you guys notice Phaedra's face? Did you notice Phaedra's face when Shamea said, "Oh well, it's not like my husband is gonna leave me if I don't give him a son." Did you see Phaedra's face? Phaedra looks like, oh well, he will. That's what the face was saying. Allegedly. At least that's my interpretation of what the face was saying. The face was saying, like, yeah, he is going to leave you if you don't produce a son. That's what that facial expression was given, but what do I know? Helena said, I saw Phaedra's face too. Yeah, I was like, oh, Phaedra is clocking it. Right? Interestingly enough, Shamea didn't give us a reason why he wants a son so badly, right? She just said, oh, I have to give him the desires of his heart if I can. Da, 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 da. But no clear response to that. Girl, even if you don't cheat, some of them be leaving you in the desert without water. So, like, imagine if you cheat, bruh. You will never know peace. Okay? If you cheat and they find out and they stay with you, you will beg to be left alone. Allegedly. Yeah, no, it's hilarious. A son is not gonna save her as soon as he gets his son. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do you really think that? Mm-mm-mm. On the first episode of the reunion, when Andy asked about Grenada, Shamea was the first person to raise her hand about getting pregnant that night. Exactly. Miss Powell is saying exactly what we were saying. It definitely gives that. It definitely gives like Shamea is not happy in whatever it is that's going on. Shamea is not happy. That's what it feels like. It's too far. There's no way a married person is out here talking about things like that, right? Like it's embarrassing. Even like, did you guys see that music video that she did? I was so appalled. I was like, as a married woman, that video was taking it too far. Now, fine, you don't have to use your husband in your music video. That is fine. You don't have to. But for you to be out here like using this particular random and you're taking things too far and rolling, yeah, that's just too much. But yeah, anyway, let me see. I think I wanted to play one last thing. Yeah, because I didn't really fully finish reading it. But yeah, I only said we never celebrated. You can keep your fake receipts with your fake ass friendship. It's crazy how I can be considered your lapdog for writing so hard for you, but at the same time you say I was trying to sabotage you. Make it make sense. Since I got my peach, you've been trying to find a reason to end this friendship. You're unbelievable. And what friendship? She was the one that said she does not want to be part of the shenanigans. Right? So every time you were the one that was constantly coming to her with the BS. But okay. So Porsha said, P.S. Shamea lying again in her latest post. You can tell Porsha was tired of her. Tired. Lying again, she claims flowers were for her birthday when I sent a card that clearly said love and congratulations, Queen, for her getting a peach. Wedding definition: a marriage ceremony, especially considered as including the associated. Why can't I speak? Yes, because it's late for me tonight. The associated celebrations. Going out sad sis, Delulu. Going out sad sis, Delulu. Wow. And you better not edit it either. Okay. When I say Porsha is clocking her, Porsha is done with the shenanigans, and I do not blame her. If someone has been out here lying on me, first you said I was part of an alliance, then you said there was no alliance, then you said I was part of the alliance, then you said I was not part of the alliance. Well, she didn't say she wasn't part of the alliance, but then she insinuates that she wasn't. She was trying to get her into the alliance. So is she in the alliance? Is she not in the alliance? When did you try to get her into the alliance? How did she not get into the alliance? It's just weird. It's weird to me. Very, very weird to me. I feel like Shamea was caught cheating on him with Candy. Oh, well, it's interesting because I think I saw a sneak peek where Porsha said, I kissed Candy. You kissed Candy. And I'm like, not a married woman kissing somebody that is not her husband. Mm-mm-mm. So I guess that will come out on part 3 of the reunion. A happily married person is not always outside in all these sexually compromising positions and having time to plot on people. Absolutely agree with you. All of the people that I know that are happily married, they be having the time of their lives. They be in such good moods, constantly excited. Sometimes they be in their own little bubble. They don't even want to hang out too much. Like it's like they be loving themselves. Okay. Husband is like Jamal leaves in the phone. Porsha said they both kissed Candy. Yep, Porsha was single. Shamea was not. Exactly. They both kissed Candy. She was a married woman. So it's like, why would you kiss somebody when you're married, Miss Shamea? But then be so upset that Phaedra said that you were having 3 sons. Okay. All right. He will bring his real wife to the US from Kenya. Oh no. Gosh, I hope he doesn't have a real wife somewhere. Oh my gosh. Even though Shimei is crazy, I don't wish that upon her. Like I hope he doesn't have no wife somewhere, especially for the sake of like Shiloh and baby Shia. But yeah. Oh, is Shiloh the younger one? Oh, I can't remember. Shamea is in not a green card marriage. Okay, Lady Poe. Who do you think needs the green card? Probably has 4 children there. Yeah, some of them be having kids, man. They be having a whole family somewhere else in a few different countries. Yeah, it's weird. At least Porsha owns her ish. Absolutely. And this was the qualms that I had with Kelly and also Shamea because I felt like a lot of them were not owning anything that they did. They kept putting it on everyone else. And it's like, girl, stand in your ish. If that is what you did, it is what it is. Stand in your ish. Andre says Shamea could not be trusted. Absolutely agree. Cannot be trusted. She moves very, very problematically. That video was out of control for a married woman and in their marital home. I know. I saw the video. It was so cringe worthy. I was just like, Shamea, nobody can defend this behavior. You're doing too much. It's like you're really you're doing too much. You're acting like someone that has been so suppressed. You know how like maybe you grow up in like a family where like they didn't allow you to go out, you were so sheltered, and then the moment you get to university, you're out, you're dressing anyhow, you're going to all sorts of crazy places. That is what it gives when it comes to Shamia. It's giving like she has been cooked up for so long and she's ready to be free. You know, that's a set me free from Married to Medicine that Dr. Greg was singing. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like Shamia is trying to sing. Shamia wants to be set free. Exactly. But she also knows the only way she's going to get that lifestyle is by continuing to be in that marriage. Exactly, probably 4 sons too. That's why she wants to give him a son too. Plot twist. Imagine that is why, competing with the other people. If she comes back, they need to demand that Gerald film or she has to go. I agree, because there's no point, like a housewife without a house. And when I say house, I just mean like family. It's like we need to see more of the family life. We need to see your husband. We need to see that interaction. Say what you want about Charles, and I say a lot about Charles, but Charles at least came on the show, right? So Gerald is not enough to show up on FaceTime. Sorry, sir. And maybe Gerald knows his wife, and that's why Gerald did not want his wife on the show for a long time. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why he kept saying no. Maybe, just maybe. That man looks at her with disgust. Does he? Okay, now I need to go back and watch some of the clips and see if I can see that, right? Because I have not noticed the man looking at her with disgust. Now I noticed that he looks like he can't be bothered and like, why am I here? Half the time. But I didn't know that that was him looking at her with disgust. So I need to go back and watch. She needs to show her true life so we can see why she has so much time to plot and why she always wants to be outside. Exactly. But I don't think she is ever going to show her real life, if I'm being honest. I don't think she's going to give us more about Gerald. I think that they may have Gerald filmed a little bit, but I still think they're going to be very, very surface level with us. Because whatever it is that is happening there, she does not want us to know. Yep. And Charles made a good point that he was the only one there. Where are your husbands? Okay. This is true. Even Dennis filmed as the baby daddy. What is Gerald's excuse? That's the thing. If you're going to support your wife, then support your wife and actually show up. It's not enough to send flowers and not show up, in my opinion. I want to learn more about this, Gerald. Me too. I feel like that would be good information for us to know. Who is Gerald? What does Gerald do? What does he like doing? What's his view on how, who Shamea is? How their relationship started? Does he have the same relationship story that Shamea has? These are the things that I'm trying to figure out. So I'm gonna need all of that. I want to see that. And I also want to see a little bit about like what Gerald does for work, if he and Shamea have any businesses together. I think that would be good content for the show. Shamea spent all 17 episodes with a sick daughter. Half time she became these women on Rhoa says that a cast had too much alcohol. I don't think I understand what you mean. I think maybe I'm not reading it. Shamea spent all 17 episodes with a sick daughter. Maybe you mean like how can she have time? Yeah, sorry, Andre. I didn't really get that. Ooh, AF says, I know she's responding, or he or she is responding to a comment by Lady Poe, but I've always believed the rumor even more now, seeing how much she wants fame. Wow, interesting. It's interesting because, yes, I think everybody can see that she definitely wants the fame. I think we all can see that because the way she's gone on interviews, talking, she wants the fame. She's one of those fame hungry people that will do anything for fame. That's what it gives. It's almost giving like she feels like she's been oppressed and she feels like she deserved the spotlight for such a long time. And so now she feels like I must take it by any means necessary. That's what it gives. And that long-winded love story, when people are just long-winded, they are hiding something. Ooh, another plot twist. Like, is it something where there was just so much things that she was trying to hide in it? So she's like, let me add all of this information so people can get distracted with all of the information. Very, very interesting angle. You guys are really like giving me all this little nuggets as well, and I'm loving it because it's like it's also helping me see certain things that I may have missed as well. So I'm really loving the live tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Hit that like button, everybody, if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed as well, please hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. She shouldn't come back on the show without Gerald. I agree with you. She shouldn't come back on the show without Gerald. Because unless you're giving us, because we don't want any more Porsha stories. So unless you are ready to give us, right, the tea, to give us something that is happening in your life, we don't want any more of that. We're tired. Enough is enough, right? So I do think yes, she shouldn't come back without Gerald. If she comes back with Gerald, hopefully she can give us something else than fighting with Porsha, because the people are tired of the whole Porsha business. We're tired. Lady Pearl says fame is one heck of a drug. I agree with you. But it's so sad how far people are willing to go for a drug like fame. It really is, especially because sometimes it can be short lived, right? You have fame today. It's funny because let's give her an example. Shamea was a fan favorite episode 1. She fell from grace and now she's probably the least liked, the least favorite this season, right? It's like when you think about it, yeah, we all said Porsha's return was a flop, but now seeing the reunion, Porsha has redeemed herself and Shamea has not. Shamea has made herself look worse. So it's just like that's craziness. I'm ready for more of Porsha and Dennis. I agree. I enjoy watching Porsha on YouTube, so I hope that they can bring more of that fun energy to the show next season. I really think like I know people are like, "Oh, this season wasn't a good season." It wasn't great, but I don't think it was terrible personally. Newbies should show their real life. How else can we get to know them? That should be the standard. I agree. Absolutely. If you cannot show your real life, don't be that. But I think they wanted to show the wealth. Porsha was meant to come on the show and bring the wealth. Unfortunately, Porsha couldn't bring the wealth because of everything that happened with Simon. So they then decided, in my opinion, to go for Shamea because they're like, at least she has the wealth. She also has a good relationship with Porsha. Let's bring her on. That could be a fun dynamic to explore. I think that was it. If Gerald isn't filming, they should find someone else. Absolutely. I actually think they should find someone else, to be honest. Because I feel like Shamea does not really show that she has the ability to let things go. Did you guys notice that Andy asked Angela if she would be able to let things go with the group? It was almost like, girl, if you want to continue to be in this group, can you let things go? And I feel like if she's unable to let things go, it's only going to be another season of Porsha versus Shamea, and I can't take another season of that nonsense. She needs to just leave and not come back and take. So who do you like? She needs to leave and not come back and take Drew, Angela, and Kelly with her. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, I understand, to be honest. Kelly for me brings nothing to the show except pretentious energy and just loud screaming and screeching to me, right? Because she doesn't stand in her ish. How do you say you were asking Porsha why she took that lady's husband because you had concerns? Concerned about what? Please get lost. Bring back Brit. I honestly wish that could have been possible. I wish that Brit showed up to the reunion and gagged everybody and ate down. That would have been beautiful. On the one hand, on the other hand, I also like how Brit gave them her hands to kiss because, like, technically, think about it. Technically, Kelly was no longer relevant because there's no Brit to argue with. Kelly had to pick a fight with Porsha just to have something to say on the last episode. And here as well, she had to chime in just to have something to say because there was really nothing to say. She wasn't involved in anything. But near the end of the season, Porsha did film in her home. Yes, she did. Shamea is not entertaining in general, and I don't think Porsha is going to address anything with her. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. I think Porsche Shamea is one of those people that bounce off other people's energies really well. And so I think that her being friends with Porsha helped her even be more likable, be more fun, because it feels like Porsha has that way of getting you out of your comfort zone and pushing you out a little bit. Because when you see Cynthia with Porsha, Cynthia all of a sudden seems so fun, right? Because it's almost like Porsha brings that fun side out of her. So I feel like Porsha does that for Shamia. So standing by herself, we're starting to then feel like she is not entertaining enough. Yeah, Porsha is gonna pay her dust, and I will be here for it. I love the OGs. Me too, sis. Me too. Like, if only they could bring the OGs back, bring everybody back, and let's have a proper show, please. Like, Bravo needs to stop being stingy. Bring out the money. Stop spending money on. Ooh, I don't want to make anyone lose their job, so I'm not going to say that. But some of these newbies did not deserve the peach, in my opinion. Yep. Brit kind of grew on me, but she ran away in a way that she can't come back from. Exactly. The last 3 episodes, they had me really out here looking out for Brit. Like, I was loving me some Brit. In the last 3 episodes, I could not even believe it. And the fact that she was even able to redeem herself was just something so beautiful. It needed to be studied. It's like you went from hated to the end being liked and finally having some people on your side. So I wish she had at least attended the reunion. She would have looked beautiful. That reunion look was fire. So cute. I like Drew. There's something comically delulu and ditzy about her. Yes, she is definitely all of that and some. And Angela has to come back to unpack a lot of things. Sis. Angela needs to come back with some truth, honey, because some truth and not being so overly trying to pin something on somebody. Like, maybe allegedly, maybe he was at the restaurant, maybe he was not. Can we focus on that? Instead, all we're focusing on about is like, oh, who brought Marcus? Okay, can we focus on the information Marcus brought? Is this correct? Is this not? Like, what actually happened? It just feels like now everything has been deflected, and now we're focusing on what isn't really the issue. Um, yeah. So anyway, ooh, okay. It's like, why are you dyeing the freaking dog's hair? Like, it's just crazy, man. She does too much, especially knowing fully well like you can't pay your bills allegedly. Okay, it's giving like, girl, please stop it. You're not fooling anyone. I need to know who the hell Junebug is and who set this up to come with me to the BS. Absolutely. Like, I don't even know who it is, but I don't think it's Phaedra. Or if it's Phaedra, she definitely covered her tracks because it's not coming out. And the more it's not, it's starting to make Angela look like she's trying to pin it on Phaedra, to be honest. I've never seen Phaedra this vocal. That's why I don't think it's Phaedra. She's hella vocal for someone that is lying, right? So that's why I don't think she is lying on this one. Normally, I feel like Phaedra deflects, she goes around, she starts humming and hummings. But this one, she's like proper vocal, like, yo, it ain't me. It wasn't me. That's what she's really doing. So, and she went on the View to basically talk about how it in her. So, I'm more inclined to believe her, to be honest. Ooh, Porsha done cut that chick off. Angela is a lion. Ooh, oh, wait. Oh, is this because of the Junebug situation, or is there a little something? Because I know, sis, you be having the tea. So, is there a little something that we do not know about? Share it with us in the chat. Ooh, live by design. Do you know what I'm loving about you guys tonight? You guys are giving me alternative stories. Like, we could have produced the new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because seriously, I really think Shamea's Junebug could be. Who knows? I have a bet going with someone I don't want to lose my money. So what? Do you have a bet that Shamea is Junebug? Imagine. Do you actually think Shamea is Junebug? Ooh, in the Facebook streets, because I'm not really on Facebook like that, so I don't be knowing these things. Ooh. Live by Design says I googled who is Junebug and AI said it was Shamina. Oh, not the AI being schooled. Oh my goodness. Shamia is Junebug? Ooh, oh my gosh, the plot thickens. Imagine everything comes out and the receipts come out that it's Shamia. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if that happens, Bravo might just tell her not to come back because that's a liability waiting to happen. On your first season, you're getting into all this drama, girl. They might be like, please do not come back. Please and thank you. But yeah. Um, let's see. Yeah, it said Shamia aka Junebug. I'm just like, what did the people feed the AI? You are Siri, the same thing. Oh my gosh. This is so spooky, you guys. You guys are cracking me up. Y'all know it's past my bedtime, but I'm just out here kicking with y'all, man. What? Really? Not Shamia? Okay, hold on. Should I do Chat GPT? Is that what you guys use? Should I do Chat GPT and share it with you guys? Hold on. Let me put who is June Bug. Ooh, things I have a lot of chats open, so I'm like I can't really see. I can't share my Chat GPT screen. I want to expose myself and the things chat and I talk about. Okay, so I don't know if it's a US June bug because over here with my Chat GPT, Shamia didn't come up. Angela said Marcos tried to say it was Kelly and Shamia first. That is crazy. So it's almost like she's just out here just feeding whoever it is and trying to make it stick. Ooh, that is crazy. Also, look at their faces. Kelly looked guilty as hell when Marcos was talking about it. Yes, I did pick up on that. And I was wondering about that. I was like, Kelly, do you have something to share with the class? Because it's like, did you know who invited? Did you invite? Or like, what happened? It's very, very weird. All the new chicks are on the alliance, which includes Drew, allegedly. But it's not far fetched. And I'll tell you why. Because even when Drew had interviews with an interview with Carlos King, you would notice that for someone that has dragged her in the season, she wasn't going that much in on Shamia. Instead, she kept saying, "Oh, she's a lapdog," but she was really talking about Porsha. And I'm like, I would have thought you would have more vim, although Porsha did call her a downright dirty individual, but I thought she would have a lot more vim than she had for Shamia. I think Shamia told Marcos to put it on Phaedra. Wow. That is crazy. And this is the thing for me, right? I feel like it gets to a point where like sometimes the show becomes hard to watch because it's like, why you're lying on people like that? Like that is too far. Maybe it's just I don't like, the idea of people lying on me or lying on people. Maybe that's why I feel some type of way. But I really don't like the whole lying on somebody. Just tell the truth. Who sent you? And that's that. Let's address it. She doesn't want Porsha and Phaedra to team up. It's hard to get rid of Porsha if she has a friend. Wow. Also, imagine maybe production even thought like everything is looking very anti-Porsha. Let's get somebody that Porsha at least gels with on the show. That is crazy. I want to know why Kelly and the ugly dude got divorced. Not me laughing, but yeah, I completely get why you're saying ugly man. That man. Also, how did Marcus get into Kelly's event? This is the question, right? The $1,000,000 question. It is given something was orchestrated. And this is why I keep saying it's given scheme. Because how Wait, hold on. It's getting a bit cold. Let me switch off the fan. Because it's like, how did he get into the event? So it's either the person who is having the event invited him, or maybe it was an event that was open to the public. Who knows? Because sometimes some of these housewife events are like open to like public press, all that kind of stuff. So it may have been one of those events, to be honest. But if it wasn't, then who invited him? Very, very good question. One thing for sure, someone sent Marcus, Angela was too emotional. She's not lying about that. Yeah, it is definitely giving that someone sent Marcus. But I do think that Angela let those emotions get the best of her. Because if someone is playing in your face talking about Junebug and then talking about, oh, Phaedra is the godfather of Atlanta, you should have known that something is wrong. This person is not credible. And so you can't choose to believe anything that they are telling you. Is like, seriously. Shamea is very jealous of reuniting of Frick and Frack. I can believe that. Shamea definitely does not want... Shamea does not want to be Porsha's bestie, but she doesn't want anybody to be besties with Porsha. She wants Porsha to be alone on an island by herself. My opinion. Ooh, I need to go back and watch it. Both Shamea and Kelly looked like deers in a headlight when Marcus came in. Ooh, I need to go back and watch that. Well, Angela did say she will be suing. So if she is suing Marcus, then we will find out who said what. Probably. I think Kelly was lying about it being open. More people would have been there. Oh, interesting. The alliance set up that ish to break up Frick and Frack. Yes, absolutely. And or even Kenya. Because apparently there was some team up to also take Kenya down. So it could have been something else as well. And Shamina doesn't like Phaedra either. So it's a BOGO. Break up Frick and Frack and get rid of both of them. Yep. And yeah, it's like literally watch the dog that brings the bone. But also it's like those snakish behaviors, once people start to show those sorts of snaky behaviors, it's like you better believe them, because next, if not, yeah, take the lessons from Shamea and Porsha, honestly speaking. On that note, I have to wake up at like 6 a.m. tomorrow, so I gotta go to bed now if I don't want to be too tired in the morning. But it has been a pleasure. Shout out to Live by Design. Shout out to Lady Poe 48. Shout out to, I want to get everybody that came in the live. AF, Andre, Shannon. I feel like I missed it. Miss Powell, thank you for stopping by again tonight. I hope I did not miss anybody that like commented and like was in the chats. Thank you so much for like showing up, for engaging. Really, really appreciate it. Marcus is weak. Angela should bully him into a lie detector test. I feel like, yeah, something needs to give. We need to really get the truth. This was so much fun, girl. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And honestly, it was fun because you guys also made it fun for me with the comments and the engagement. So really love having you guys on the live. I believe Alex over Marcos. I agree with you too. I definitely did get the vibe like he seemed more trustworthy, to be honest. But yeah, I still think like there's more to the story than meets the eye. I will say that. On that note, my lovelies, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Hit that like button. Replay gang, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Alex has been spilling the tea on X. Lady Po, if you don't mind sharing some of that with me, maybe that might be something we may be able to cover in a different live. But yeah, you can send it to me on my Instagram. It's reviews and recaps. It's in my description bar. In the videos. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you. Let me go sleep so I can wake up early for tomorrow. Yeah, oh, thank you, Lady Pearl. Thank you so much. All right. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye. Take care. Bye.